While springtime approaches and the weather gets warmer, it's time to think about your basement and how to protect it from water damage. So today, I'm joined by Brian Cromack from Advanced Basement Waterproofing and Mold Removal, here to tell us all about waterproofing your basement. Brian, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, sir.
So why is waterproofing your basement such a big deal, especially here in New England?
Well, pretty much right now, especially during this season, water is going to find its way in and penetrate your basement one of three different ways. It's going to get in through your walls, it's going to get in where the wall meets the floor, or it's going to get underneath the floor and create hydrostatic pressure. All of those, though, wreak havoc on your basement. And what they do is they create mold because of the moisture that's in your basement, which we all know that mold has some severe health issues, health consequences.
Now, we were talking earlier because I've had this problem before in a house. This time of year is especially true for basement flooding because the snow starts melting, the ice starts melting, but the ice is, the ground is still semi-frozen, so that water has to go somewhere, doesn't it?
That's correct, and don't be fooled. I always try to tell the homeowners, when they look out to their yard and they see that there's no more snow on the grass, maybe that's true, but guess what? You've still got 6 to 7 feet of soil underneath that's holding all that saturation, so the water is still going to continue for weeks and months to start to penetrate your basement.
It's a wonderful time of year.
It is.
You mentioned it briefly. What are some of the warning signs homeowners should be looking for that might indicate flooding or mold or other issues?
First thing is common sense. When you walk downstairs in your basement, if you smell musty, that's a sign of moisture and mold. Secondly, effervescence. When you see the white residue on your basement,
is that what that's called?
Walls? Yeah, effervescence. Yeah,
it's like a white chalky kind of film.
Exactly. That's a telltale sign that your foundation walls are holding moisture and that the moisture is going to be coming through and penetrating any day.
You know what my telltale sign was? I walked down the stairs and my carpet was squishy.
That's a
squish, squish, squish. That means you probably have water in the basement.
That's a telltale sign for sure, yes.
So if we do see those signs, what do we need to do sooner rather than later?
First thing is call Advanced Basement Waterproofing.
Well, I had a feeling you'd say that.
But secondly, or at least what you want to do is you want to get a professional assessment to find out, that you actually do have moisture, but most importantly is where is the moisture coming from, because that's where you got to take care of the problem.
You don't want to remediate it until you figure out where it's coming from, because you want to block it from happening again,
That's
right?
correct.
And what are some of the things you do as far as that's concerned?
Well, we do moisture sensors as far as on the foundation walls. We do a full assessment on the outside of the property along the foundation. We do inside visual. But I think, again, going back to your earlier question is, it's a very, very, very adamant when you walk into a basement, if you see the white effervescence and if you smell musty, those are the two biggest telltale signs.
Now, we'd see that more on a plain concrete or cement foundation, right? Or would you see that on drywall as well?
You can see it on dry. You might not see the white effervescence on drywall, but you'll see discoloration and deterioration, which means it's compromised. And once it's in the drywall, then you're in trouble again, because you just can't treat drywall. You're going to have to demo the drywall, which becomes very costly.
That is not fun. All right, so how do we learn more about your services, Brian?
Well, March 26th to March 29th is the home show here at the Big E, so I would highly recommend stopping by and meeting some of my team, and they'll give you all the information you possibly need. Also, you can go to our website or just give our phone call, 413-536-8023, and the team will be happy to help you.
So do you find this is a busy time of year? People should get a hold of you sooner rather than later?
We are gangbusters right now, especially with the weather we've had. I would say for the next 3 to 6 months, we're going to be flat out.
That's good for you. Not so good for homeowners, but I'm sure you do great work. Brian Cromack, appreciate it. Advanced Basement Waterproofing.
Appreciate it.
I'll see you at the home show.
All right. Take care.